Welcome to microeconomics class. In this class, I'll be solving this question on the board, and the question is on market structure, especially competitive market. The question goes thus: a competitive firm has the cost function TC equals Q raised by 3 minus 3Q squared minus 9Q plus 200. If the market price is $12, what is the profit maximizing unit of output? So this question is very simple. Don't be scared. Just follow me. Here is the solution. So the first thing you are going to do is that you are going to recall the profit maximization rule. Profit maximization rule especially under perfect market. For a firm in a perfect market, state that a firm in a perfect market maximizes profit where MC equals to P. Don't forget P is equals to MR for a firm in a perfect market. Okay, therefore, this MC equals to P is equivalent to MC is equal to M half, since P is equal to M half. So what I'm saying is that wherever you see MC equals to P as profit maximization rule in a perfect market, so it's the same thing as saying MC is equals to M half because P is equals to M half for a perfectly competitive firm. So let's go. So also recall that you have your TC here is Q raised to power 3 minus 3Q squared minus 9Q plus 200. Now we are given a total cost function. So from this total cost function, what we are going to do is that we are going to derive marginal cost function and we set it equals to the price in the market we are given. We know the price is equals to 12. But we don't know MC. So we need to derive our MC from total cost function. So what we are going to do now is that we are going to derive MC from TC. So how do we derive MC from TC? MC is simply the first derivative of TC. In other words, MC is equals to the TC over the Q, that is the TC, the Q is equals to, when you differentiate this one, we are going to have 3Q squared, then minus, you differentiate this one, we are going to have 6Q, you differentiate this one, we are going to have 9, then this is a constant, it will be ignored. So therefore, this represents our MC. Now recall the profit maximization rule. That is, we have MC is equals to P at the profit maximizing level of output. Then what is our MC? This represents our MC, that is 3Q squared minus 6Q minus 9, then equals to P. P is equals to 12. Now, from there you collect the like terms, you can see this resembles a quadratic equation, and it's actually a quadratic equation. So you collect the like terms, you take this 12 to this side so that you have 0 here. Then you have 3Q squared minus 6Q. Then you have minus 9 minus 12 is equal to 0. Then we have 3Q squared minus 6Q. Then minus 9 minus 12, we have minus 21, which is equal to 0. You can see this is a quadratic equation. Okay, now let's apply quadratic formula, okay, in order to make it easier for us. So using the quadratic formula. So you remember the quadratic formula says that minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac everything over 2a. This is the quadratic formula. It simply says that the unknown value, which is q here, is equals to this. So where here in this equation, this quadratic equation, our a here is equals to the coefficient of q squared, that is 3, and b is the coefficient of q, that is minus 6, and c is the constant there. You have c is equals to minus 21. Now let's substitute these values into the formula. So then we have q equals to minus b, that is minus this b as minus, then b is equals to minus b. B is equals to minus b. You can see in the formula you have minus, then b here is also minus 6. So we have minus 6 as b. This minus is minus outside. B is equals to minus 6. Then you have plus or minus. Then you have the square root of b squared. Our b here is minus 6. So it's going to be minus 6 squared. Then minus this minus, we have 4. A, what's our A? Our A is 3. Then multiply by C. What's our C? Minus 21. Everything over 2A. That is 2 multiplied by 3. Okay. Then we have this is equals to minus times minus 6. We have plus 6. That is 6. Then you have plus or minus. Then you have square root of minus 6 squared. That is 36. Then you have minus 4 times 3, then times minus 21 plus 252 plus 252. Now this minus 4 multiplied by 3 minus 12, then multiplied by minus 21, that is plus 252. Okay, then we have divided by 6. 2 times 3, that is 6. Then this is equals to 6 plus or minus. We add this together. 36 plus 252. 36 plus 252. So 36 plus 252. So we have 288. Don't forget square root. Then divide by 6. Then we have this equals to, that is q is equal to 6 here. We take plus sign first. Plus or minus. Then we have this equals to 6 plus or minus. Then what is square root of 288? The square root of 288 now. So square root of 288 is the square root of what? The square root of 288 is 16.97. Then we have divided by 6. 16.97, then divided by 6. Now we are good to go. Q is now equals to 6. We take the plus sign, plus 16.97 divided by 6, or 6. We take this minus sign, minus 16.97 divided by 6. Okay, that is, or Q equals to this. Okay, now let me continue from this side. Okay, now Q here is now equals to, let's first solve this one. So 6 plus 16.97, have 22.97 divided by 6, or Q is equals to 6 minus 16.97. So we have minus 10.97 divided by 6. Then Q is equals to, we divide this, then we have 22.97 divided by 6 divided by 6. 22.97 divided by 6, that gives us 3.8, or Q is equals to 10.957, that is minus 10.97 divided by 6. That gives us minus 1.8. Okay, 1.8. Since output cannot be negative, the component that since output cannot be negative, the profit maximizing output level is equals to, is what? Is 3.8. Okay, so we can approximate this to be, that is that is Q is equals to 4. Okay, we approximate to the whole number. Okay, so what the bottom line is that wherever you find a value, wherever you find two values like this, maybe you are asked to maximize a function and you find two values like this, and one is there, one is positive. So you are going to impose economic theorem. You know that output cannot be negative. So since output cannot be negative, you ignore the one that is negative, which is minus 1.8. So you go with the one that is positive, that align with your, with the theory. So that is what we impose here. Since output cannot be negative, so the profit maximizing output level is the one that is possible, which is 3.8. Okay, don't forget to like this video, drop your comment and share the video. So if you have not been following my page, please follow the page now so that you won't miss any update. Thank you. See you in the next video.